So welcome back everybody. In today's episode, we're going to take out the little Solis H24 along with this Baumalight stump grinder that I've been demoing and testing, and we're going to grind some stumps over at the new property. Now before we take this out, we need to change out the cutter teeth on it. If you're not familiar with the cutter teeth, this is them right there. They swing around on this rotating disc drum. Now the reason I'm changing these out, they're relatively rounded over on the edge. I'll show you what the new ones look like. You can also spin these teeth to get double the cutting life out of them. But because this is a demo unit, whenever I received it, it's already been grinding stumps, and I have no idea how many stumps it ground before it got to me. I've currently ground about 30 stumps with this already, so 30 plus stumps for a set of teeth. And again, don't forget, the bottom side wore out and you can spin these and go again. I have no idea how many stumps you can get on a set of teeth, but we're about to find that out. I got a brand new set in, let me show them to you. All right, so this is the way those teeth look right here. You can see they're nice and concave, they're a carbide tooth, and they pretty much just have a sharp edge all the way around on them. So only the bottom half is going to be coming in and cutting the stump. So once that wears down, you can actually spin this around to get to a new edge and run them again. So this is pretty cool. I'm going to try to track how long I get out of a set of teeth now. We got some pretty large oak stumps that we're going to grind today. Now down here in Florida, lots of sand. That's going to kill a tooth quicker than anything. That is very hard on any type of cutting edge. That's just life down here, especially if you grind the stump down beneath the sand level. I love what Baumalight's doing. They actually sent a few of these models out to some of us with channels that kind of fit this, and they're allowing us to test them, to give feedback, to take feedback from you, the viewer. I really like that. I love that they're not just producing something and then tossing it out to the public. It's went through a lot of testing, not only from them at their facility, but from all the people they're sending out and getting feedback with. I should also mention, all of Baumalight's stuff, y'all, is made in North America. There's a misconception out there that people think this stuff comes from overseas and they slap a sticker on it. Not true. Everything they make, built in North America. All right, so all I've got to do is just pop this lock nut loose here on the back side. That should be nice and quick. I'll get my manual out of here and see what I torque these back to, and then we're ready to go do some cutting. Just as simple as that. I'm probably going to go ahead and shoot some grease in the bearing and drive shafts. I've yet to do that, and it's definitely time to do that as well. I must say, highly impressed with this combo, especially now that I got brand new cutter teeth on here. So 24 horse tractor and this new model stump grinder that's rated for 15 to 30 horsepower. So yeah, you can even run it on a much smaller tractor than this. Man, it did awesome. So some of these stumps I ground out here, these were all oak stumps, by the way, and I ground several off camera because there's only but so much of that you can watch before you're bored. But I mean, we're talking, well, the camera makes it look bigger than it is, but we're talking good size oak stumps. About the hardest thing we have down here. Chewed them up like crazy. So the difference sharp cutter teeth make, especially when it's taking chunks out like this. It's not just doing tiny chips. It was actually peeling out pieces like this. That is awesome. All right, so some of these stumps that I ground were trees that got blown over in some of these past hurricanes. And the reason you want to grind those, you don't want to disturb the soil next to the river. You don't want to be digging up roots and all that stuff, because that's what holds your riverbank together. You have to be very careful with that. I mean, there was a huge stump right there. I just want it down so I can mow over it, but I don't want to go any further than below grade, because as long as the roots stay in the ground, yeah, eventually they'll rot. They actually hold the bank together, but that gives some of these other trees time to grow and get their roots out into the bank itself. Now, grasses and other things, weeds, they all help hold the bank together. You would never want to kill off your grass or anything on the bank. Now, we can't help that a lot of these trees went down. It is what it is. I've got several more I'm looking at now. Tops are blown out, they're gonna die. I see some already dying. This last hurricane just did a number on it. This place has been hit by 3 hurricanes in 13 months, plus a high wind event in the spring. So I'm shocked it looks as good as it does. I figured there'd be a lot more trees down. All right, we're about to jump back on the Solis since I got the bucket. What y'all can't tell is very uneven ground. Driving in here beats you and the trailer to death. I've got sunken holes all around the property, just all kinds of stuff. So we brought in several loads of dirt in the last episode with the dump trailer. They're all up there. So we're gonna go start spreading some of that and for sure try to get the road smoothed out today so it's not beating me and my equipment to death every time I come in here. All right, we're all loaded up, ready for the ride home after a good day's work. So I wound up spreading 3 loads of dirt, more than I was planning on today. I think I'm gonna bring a couple more over here because this property is crazy unlevel. And if I'm ever gonna mow this with a lawnmower, I have got a lot of work to do. But I got the big holes up front filled in, bunch of stumps ground. This is just what it takes to develop a piece of property like this into something that you're dreaming about and have visions for. So I'm glad we're able to do this from day one with y'all, because all this work we're putting in now is just making a beautiful yard, a better road, all that stuff in the future. We'll come over here next spring and put some grass seed down once we level a little more, and hopefully in a couple of years y'all are watching this and maybe there's a cabin right here behind us, a beautiful green yard, and we can actually run a lawnmower over here. That would be nice. All right, y'all, so as we wrap this video up, this is what I typically do. Just come down here at the end of the day, listen to this flowing water, and just appreciative to have such a beautiful place like this. This is absolutely awesome. All right, y'all, thank you so much for watching and coming along on this journey. We've got so much more work to do over here now that we're getting a cool snap next week. We're gonna get into some fun projects. The picnic table, we're gonna build some firewood racks. We're gonna do some DIY fun stuff, not just more dirt work and equipment, although there's plenty of that coming as well. Catch y'all on the next one.